Welcome to the video instructional guide for fitness and nutrition for esports. This guide is in parallel with the esports learning guide for teachers and coaches. It is created and curated by Advanced Learning Partnerships under a Creative Commons by Advanced Learning Partnerships and Dell Technologies. Any external links are subject to the stated copyright for their publishers. Request for commercial use must be referred to Advanced Learning Partnerships for consideration of permission. The fitness and nutrition esports modules are broken down into 9 lessons. Each lesson is considered about 50 minutes, although lessons 8 and 9 are a performance based lesson. So students may need more time to address the task at hand. The first lesson, lessons 1 and lesson 2, we have named the grind as learners begin to look at and understand the physical and mental toll of esports on players. You'll notice that the lessons all include learning outcomes along with lesson steps, and resources are linked within the lesson. You will also notice that many of the lessons start with reviewing community norms or looking at the global skills required for the lesson. At the end of a lesson, like the grind, there is an assessment. Here we have an exit slip that gets kids to tap into 3 things they've learned, 2 things they found interesting, and a question they still might have. All resources that are used in the lesson you'll find at the end. So here we have the articles, the documentary, and the protocol. Moving into lesson 3, learners begin to think of the importance of our sleep habits. We review the community norms, as that is an important part of the esports culture. And then we began to unpack some of the resources shared. You'll notice that some of these steps have different time variables, so please take a look at those and make those shifts needed based on the needs of the group. Lesson 4 continues the importance of esports and athletes. One of the things you'll notice as we get to the second part of the lesson, that's where you're going to find the assessment for the lesson. This one requires students to create and working with a partner and creating a habits checklist that can be used to track their sleep habits over time. So there has been some time allocated to the end of that lesson. Once again, the resources that are available in the lesson. Lesson 5 and lesson 6 begins to focus our understanding towards nutrition and fitness. The first task is an effort to get them to decide on a certain topic, either nutrition or fitness, and write a persuasive essay. What is that essay on? That essay would be leaning towards the fitness essential questions or the nutrition essential questions. We have allocated in the pathway exploration, we have allocated a day or possibly 2 days to allow students to discover the different parts of the fitness pathway or look at the nutrition pathway. It's important to note that while both pathways are similar, there are unique steps to each one of those. So, depending on their choice, the activities might look a little bit different along with the uh, prescribed resources. You'll notice there's a move to directions section. The move to directions is the same for both pathways. Lesson 7 is the persuasive essay, which no matter your choice, fitness, or nutrition, you will write that persuasive essay. Here is the prompt. And you'll notice again the review of community norms and the global professional skill reflection embedded throughout the module. This lesson actually has an optional bonus task. So there are some resources that are linked here that allow students to extend their learning around fitness and nutrition. Lesson 8 is a culminating activity, more performance based. Lesson 8 really sets us up for everything that we've learned about nutrition and performance and the impact it has on performance. One of the tasks for lesson 9 is for students to choose a job within the esports community, a fitness designer, a nutrition planner, or a safety advocate. Each one of these options have a series of tasks related to demonstrating their understanding of the module. This module or this lesson would definitely take longer than 50 minutes, but you might be able to have them pick one of the four tasks if you're looking to complete this in the allocated time of 50 minutes. Finally, as a culminating activity for the class, having the students be able to share what they've created in their option using a gallery wall. And that concludes fitness and nutrition for esports. Thank you so much.